Why does the show insist on showing us Aegon's ass constantly? I'm still trying to emotionally recover from the last time we saw his ass.
Banging it, smacking it, smack.
This war is far from over.
We're a little late this week, ladies and gentlemen, because I am extremely busy, although not quite as busy as last week, where in the review I basically completely forgot to mention that Laenor survived. His murder was staged, which was totally a selfless act and not at all just so that she could shag her uncle. The princess is so good, you guys, I swear. Her motivations are so much more deep than just power and fucking her uncle, and any other guy that happens to be within a 20-yard radius. Anyway, the princess is going back to King's Landing.
To King's Landing, then.
Where I'm sure everything is perfectly fine and absolutely nothing bad is happening.
I asked him to stop.
Never mind. It appears that the princess is not the only one that likes to shag everything that moves regardless of their consent.
Stop.
For fuck's sake, Aegon, keep your pants on. Nobody wants to see your ass.
Banging it, smacking it, smack.
To go get upset about it.
One of the first things, aside from the rape and aside from that, the first cool thing I noticed in this episode is the fact that frickin' the Cargyll twins exist. Cargyll? Yeah, they're two twins that serve in the Kingsguard. They'll be important later on. Their names are Eric and Arik Cargyll. Cargyll. Fuck it.
Sir Eric.
I'm Eric, Your Grace.
The point is, the fact that they exist and they've gotten this little detail correct gives me more hope that we'll see Alicent's last son later on, Daeron, who is otherwise completely missing from the show at the moment, but is, I hope, just chilling in Old Town with his relatives, and that's where we'll meet him in season 2 or something. Hopefully. Not that his brother Aemond isn't badass enough, but Daeron is like, chill. Daeron is probably the king that Westeros needs, not so much the king that we're getting. And speaking of the king, he kind of looks like an extra out of The Walking Dead.
Just arrange this up.
But all jokes aside, this episode is stolen by Viserys. Like, holy shit. Like, Viserys, I've said it before, excellently acted. Brilliant.
King Viserys of House Targaryen.
Viserys looking like some kind of creature out of Elden Ring.
I will sit the throne today.
He shows up just in the nick of time to support his daughter with stealing the throne of Driftmark and supplanting it with a bastard, which leads, subsequently, to one of the best scenes so far. And that's a long list of best scenes, to be honest. It's some pretty good fucking shit.
Come on.
That's kind of fucking beautiful. This entire time, I've heard so many people talking shit about Daemon. Like, oh, you know, and I get he causes a lot of shit wherever he goes, but I've said from like episode fucking 1, Daemon cares about his family. Like, above all else, the dude cares about his fucking family. Especially his niece. Anyway, the next scene is also one of my favorites. It's great. It's great. Finally, some truth bombs are dropped in the court, ladies and gentlemen. He says what we're all thinking.
Her children are bastards! And she is a whore.
Yes!
Whoa!
Damn! He can keep his tongue.
Well, if that hasn't spoiled everyone's appetite, we're going to go to dinner, where Viserys once again steals the show, and again, I will say for the 1000th time, bloody excellent acting. Seriously, Jesus. Maybe if Lord of the Rings Amazon hired, like, at least half the talented people that House of the Dragon has, then maybe it wouldn't be so shit.
Set aside your grievances for the sake of this old man.
And Alicent's daughter is once again spewing foreshadowing. Beware the beast beneath the boards.
Beware the beast beneath the boards.
I have no idea what that could possibly mean. The closest ideas I have is either wildfire stashes beneath King's Landing and she's talking about the distant future, or this relates to blood and cheese later on because they use the secret tunnels to get inside of King's Landing, potentially. I don't know, I'm grasping at straws there. It could be, could not be. Could be gibberish. Anyone has any ideas, feel free to leave a comment. Let me know. At any rate, the Princess and Alicent raise a toast to each other's health, as a show of goodwill and pretending to be friendly to each other momentarily, because the king is dying. And all seemed right with the world, up until the pink dread was served and put on the table in front of Aemond, and one of the bastards decided to giggle. And to Aemond's credit, in a Chad move, he insults them by complimenting them. And once again, I will give you my unedited reaction to this, because it's fucking hilarious.
To the health of my nephews. Each of them handsome, wise,
And strong. Do it, David.
strong boys.
I dare you to say that again.
Why? It was only a compliment.
Cue the music!
Do you not think yourself strong?
I'd like to point out, and I only noticed this during editing, but at the beginning of Aemon's speech, you have Helena Targaryen, Alicent's daughter, in the background, happy and like clapping and everything. She's so oblivious to what the meaning is.
I dare you to say that again.
Why?
Oh, it's so innocent. That girl doesn't deserve everything that's going to happen. I do love the little staring match that Aemon and Daemon have at the end. Those two are basically like two peas in the pod. They're basically the same fucking person. They are rogue princes through and through. But the little staring match, yeah, it's gonna get good. It's gonna get good. Bring on the Battle of the God's Eye, ladies and gentlemen. Bring on the Battle of the God's Eye. And after that dinner, we basically wrap up the episode. Admittedly, there's some things that I've brushed over, but I'm in a bit of a rush here, so I want to get this out. Otherwise, it'll just never get done. But we end with a scene, which I believe will be the last scene with King Viserys, as he talks to Alicent and, in a half-lucid state, believes that he's talking to his daughter and tells her about the Song of Ice and Fire.
The prince
Prince Aegon.
to unite the realm.
And Alicent seems to think that he's talking about Aegon. Whether or not she understands that he thinks he's talking to his daughter or not, I couldn't quite really tell. But at any rate, we fade to black on King Viserys saying, "No more, no more." And then finally, "My love," and then nothing. And I do believe that's the moment he dies. And I will say, for the 100th time, and the last time, because he's definitely dead after this, I think. Yes, he's definitely dead. But the actor, tremendous fucking job. Give him an Emmy or Oscar or whatever the hell it is they give those rewards that nobody cares about to actors. The next episode is spicy. Very spicy. It appears that Alicent believes Viserys wanted Aegon on the throne because of that last little talk they had. And, well, the king is dead, ladies and gentlemen. Long live the king. Hopefully with his fucking clothes on this time, because good fucking lord. I swear to shit, HBO, I've seen Aegon's ass, like, more times than I ever needed to see Aegon's ass, right? You can stop now. they're gonna show me the ass again, aren't they? It's gonna happen. I bet to Christ that they show us Aegon's ass at least one more time before the end of this season. If they don't, I will fucking praise God and whatnot. If there's a god of tits and wine, there's gotta be a god of ass and ass, I guess. You hear me, God? I know you're watching. I can fucking see you, you prick. You omniscient, creepy-ass motherfucker. Stop showing me unwanted pictures of people's ass on the computer. Bad. Bad, God. Bad. That's the end of that. We'll call it here, and I'll stop trying to be funny. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry this is late, and I'm sorry it's a little shorter than usual, but we'll wrap it up here. And next episode should be very interesting. May your days be arseless and bastardless, good sir. Thank you for watching. That's all for now. Soul out.
This war is far from